I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. I got a letter, and this one just makes me shake my head. Hey man, thanks for your informative videos. I would like to move to Thailand or the Philippines, probably the Philippines after watching your video comparison of the two. Now, just from that sentence, it leads me to believe that he does not know much about either country because he hasn't been here. If you haven't taken a trip to one of these places, then you don't know. And why would you want to move to a place if you don't know the place? I've heard great things about Ecuador, but I wouldn't ever dream of living in Ecuador if I hadn't been there and I hadn't taken a look around and I hadn't spent some time there. That's one of my golden rules, spend some time in a place before you make a decision that you're going to pick up and move everything over there. Now, if you just want to pick up and come over here and teach English for 6 months and then you want to go back home, that's a different story. But if you want to basically move your entire life over here and then that's it, you don't want to move back for years, then you got some thinking to do and some research to do. But I really don't want to move to a country where, as a white man, women are going to view me as a walking dollar sign. Right now, I live in Las Vegas, where women are trained to objectify men and treat us like status symbols. Now, listen, some women are brought up in good families with they're middle class or upper middle class, or they're very, very well off, and they expect to have the same standard of living. Now, some women are brought up that way, and maybe their husband makes, a third of what they make, and they're okay with that. But to just lump all of the women together and say that, I think is a bunch of BS. I think it's a cop-out, because for me, what it says is you're not able to meet their standards. And while their standards might be too high, you're not able to meet those standards and you can't have them, so it sounds to me like you're bitter about it. But, I understand what you're saying, and I'm sure it's true in some instances, for sure. But why do you let that bother you? I've heard that in Thailand and the Philippines, that's going to be much more the case. I don't want to live in a place where, while dating, I am constantly wondering if a girl really likes me for who I am, or if she needs a meal ticket. How true is it for these places, and do you have any advice about that issue? Yeah, don't come here only for the women. Women are the icing on the cake. Come here, I say this all the time. Come here and have a good time. Have a good time whether you got a woman with you or whether you don't. Listen, I travel all over, and a lot of the time my wife is not with me. I'm alone, and I have a great time. So why can't you travel here and have a great time? And guess what? Maybe one day you see a little girl and off in the corner there, and she's writing on her notepad, or she's tapping away at her computer, and she looks up and she sees you and she gives you a little grin, and there's a little twinkle in her eye, and you, ooh, yeah, that's the one. I'm going to go walk over and say hello. And you say hello, and you strike up a conversation, you get into a little mini relationship, then you have a little hot love affair, and the next thing you know, you guys are popping out a couple kids. But to come over here and just say, oh, well, yeah, I don't want this, and I don't want that, I don't want this, and I don't want that. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. What are you worried about it for? Dude, man up, man. I get sick of these emails. Okay? I get sick of these stupid messages. Oh, I don't want to go over there if a girl doesn't like me for who I am. Yeah, okay, fine. I tell you what, she's going to like you for who you are for about 5 minutes. And then when she finds out you're broke as shit, she's going to go, sorry, but I need a man who's more successful. And that's what it comes down to. Are you moderately successful? Do you have enough to pay the bills? How are you planning to live here? Oh, you're just going to go live up in Chiang Mai with all the other digital entrepreneurs and be rich because you're living off of $800 or $1,000 a month? And then you think, you're just going to find the girl of your dreams and you're going to live happily ever after? Jesus Christ, man. Wake up. I'm sick of these letters. All right. I've had my fun. But that's how I feel. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Choke me, let jerk at mine. And don't travel for the women. Really. Please, man up, man. Find them in your own house, in your own hood, in your own neighborhood.